Good morning, class. This is your teacher, Miss Judy C. Patatsil. How are you today? Welcome to Mapeh subject, second quarter, week 1. Our most essential learning competencies for today's lesson are: describe the historical and cultural background of Afro-Latin American and popular music. Second, analyze musical characteristics of Afro-Latin American and popular music through listening activities. The lesson that we're going to discuss this morning is about the music of Africa. Our lesson during the first quarter gave us a better understanding of the music of the 20th century. This era helped shape music into what it is today. Music is the greatest unifier, an incredible force, something that people who differ on everything and anything else can have in common. This quote is from Sarah Dessen. Just listen in United States Viking in 2006. This quote speaks of the way Africans consider music because they believe that music serves as a link of the actual world with that of the spiritual world. Music is indeed a vital part of everyday life in Africa. You will get to know more about it as you continue your journey through the Afro-Latin American music and how it has developed into the music of the dances we now enjoy. So let us discover different types of indigenous music and instruments and observe their distinct characteristics and styles. So are you ready to explore the music of Africa and Latin America? So what is it? You might know the continent of Africa as a place with jungles, deserts, wild animals, and is blazingly hot, but this area of the planet is actually some of the oldest in history. The first known species of man was excavated from this region. Its music is also some of the earliest in time. Music has been a vital part of the lives of Africans. It was primarily performed during rituals in the monumental parts of their lives like birth, marriage, death, and war. Music was usually performed with dancing as a part of gatherings, whether it is social or political. African music is one of the most influential styles of music in the world. It has greatly influenced the music of contemporary America, Latin America, and European music. It's highly energetic and rhythmically challenging. Beats are quite universal. Jazz, gospel, and spiritual and R&B are genres of music that have deep roots to African music. The music of Africa is the product of the diverse history, topography, and unique musical heritage of more than 50 countries. It is the result of the fusion of traditional and European influences, which was a result of the colonization of Europe to the majority of the continent until the 19th century. Traditional music of Africa. African traditional music is mainly functional in nature, which is primarily used in ceremonial rites, such as birth, the death, marriage, succession, worship, and spirit invocation. So others are work-related or social in nature, while many traditional societies view their music as a form of entertainment. So there are some types of African music. First, we have the Afrobeat. It is a term used to describe the fusion of West African with Black American music. Next, we have the Apala or the Akpala. It is a musical genre from Nigeria in the Yoruba tribal style to wake up the worshippers after fasting during the Muslim holy feast of Ramadan. Next, we have the Alps. It is a popular musical genre from Salvador, Bahia, and Brazil. It fuses the Afro-Caribbean styles of marcha, reggae, and calypso. We also have the Jive. It is a hard and fast percussive Zimbabwean dance music played on drums with guitar accompaniment influenced by Membranophones guitar styles. We also have the Jive. It is a popular form of South American music featuring a lively and uninhibited variation of the jitterbug, a form of swing dance. We also have the Juju. It is a popular music style from Nigeria that relies on the traditional Yoruba rhythms. A drum kit, keyboard, pedal steel guitar, and accordion are used along with the traditional dun-dun or talking drum or squeeze drum. Kwasakusa. It is a music style that began in Zaire in the late 1980s, popularized by Kanda Bongo Man. In this dance style, the hips move back and forth while the arms move following the hips. We also have the Marabi. It is a South African three-chord township music of the 1930s, 1960s, which evolved into African jazz, and it is characterized by simple chords in varying vamping patterns and repetitive harmony over an extended period of time. Now let's proceed to the vocal forms of African music. First, we have the Maracatu. It is the combination of strong rhythms of African percussion instruments and Portuguese melodies. This form of music is being paraded along the street by up to 100 participants. Next, we have the blues. It is one of the most widely performed musical forms of the late 19th century. The melodies of blues are expressive and soulful. The slaves and their descendants used to sing this as they worked in the fields. Next, we have the soul. It is a popular music genre of the 1950s and 1960s, which originated in the African American community throughout the United States. It combines elements of African American gospel music, the rhythm and blues, and often jazz. Next, we have the spiritual. It is originated in the United States and created by African American slaves. It is also known as Negro spiritual. It became a means of imparting Christian values and a way of venting their hardships as slaves. Next, we have the call and response. So it is likened to a question and answer sequence in human communication. The slaves used to sing these songs while simultaneously doing all their tasks in vain. Next, we have the musical instruments of Africa. So African music has a very wide range of genres. It includes all the major instrumental genres of Western music, including strings, winds, and percussion, along with a tremendous variety of specific African musical instruments for solo or ensemble playing. So get ready to learn their most popular instruments. So we have the classification of traditional African instruments. First, we have the idiophones. When we say idiophones, sound is produced by the body of the instrument vibrating. Next, we have the shakir. It is a type of gourd and shell megaphone from West Africa, consisting of a dried gourd with beads woven into a net covering the gourd. Next, we had the slip or the log drum. It is a hollow percussion instrument, although known as a drum. It is not a true drum, but it is an idiophone. It is usually carved or constructed from bamboo or wood into a box with one or more slits in the top. Next, we have the Appending Cone or the slit cone. It is a hollowed cylinder of wood with a narrow longitudinal opening or slit whose edges are struck to produce a deep, sonorous tone. So they are considered to be portraits of ancestors, so that when played, it is the voices of awakened ancestors which resonate from their interior chamber. Next, we have the balacon. It is a kind of wooden xylophone or percussion idiophone which plays a melodic tunes, and it has been played in the region since the 1300s. In the 16th century, it became a real art at the royal court of Sikaso, Mali, and was flourishing under the reign of a generous king. Next, we have membranophones. So, membranophones is sound is produced by the vibration of a tightly stretched membrane. So, first we have the body percussion. So, it refers to African music using their bodies as instruments. So, their body can be used to produce sound by clapping their hands, slapping their thighs, pounding their upper arms or chest, or shuffling their feet. So wearing of rattles or bells on their wrists, ankles, arms, and waist enhances their emotional response. We also have the talking drum. So it is used to send messages to announce birth, death, marriage, sporting events, dances, initiations, or war. So it is believed that the drums can carry direct messages to the spirits after the death of a loved one. Next, we have the Dembe. So the West African Dembe, or pronounced as Zembe, is one of the best-known African drums. It is shaped like a large goblet and played with bare hands. So the body is curved from a hollowed trunk and is covered with goat skin. Let's proceed to the Lamella Foam. The sound is produced by the vibration of tongues of metal, wood, or other material. First, we have the membra or the kalimba or the thumb piano. So it is a set of locked tines or keys mounted on a soundboard. It is being played by holding the instrument in the hands and plucking the tines with the thumbs. They use this instrument to drive away evil spirits, since it is believed that it was a vector of communications with ancestors and spirits. We also have the arrayinbira. It is a handcrafted instrument with a unique harp or bell-like sound. It is popular traditional instrument of the Shona people in Zimbabwe, and it is radical redesign of the African bira, and it consists up to 150 metal pines attached to a wooden board comprising up to 5 octaves. And lastly, we have the chordophone. So sound is produced by the vibration of a string or strings that are stretched between fixed points. So first, we have the musical bow. The musical bow is the ancestor of all string instruments. It is the oldest and one of the most widely used string instrument of Africa. It is consists of a single string attached to each end of curved stick similar to a bow and arrow. Second, we have the zeze. The zeze is an African fiddle played with a bow, a small wooden stick or plucked with the fingers. It has one or more two strings made of steel or bicycle brake wire. It is from sub-Saharan Africa. We also have the aerophone. So, sound is produced through the vibration of air. So, first we have the fulani. It is a type of flute which is widely used throughout Africa in either vertical or side blown. They are usually fashioned from a single tube closed at one end and blown like a bottle. Second, we have the kudu horn. It is made from the horn of the kudu antelope. Its sounds releases a mellow and warm sound that adds a unique African accent to their music. So that's all for our lesson this morning. I hope you enjoy and you've learned a lot. Thank you for listening. For your activity and for your quiz, just follow the GAITF link on your screen. Again, good morning and have a nice day.